How you doing, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Crackhead with a Microphone. I'm your resident Crackhead, K Rock Dizzle. Fuck. Fuck. I'm fucking up my intro. That's how much like this topic has got me heated. But you know what? Welcome back to another episode of Crackhead with a Microphone, the only podcast in the world where you listen to a crackhead ramble for 30 minutes until you wonder if you're the high one. I'm your resident Crackhead, K Rock Dizzle. Let's get into it. There. That is the intro. I'm not editing this. Fuck you. Apple. Apple, the company who makes tech with the apple with a bite in it in its logo. Somebody stop them. Somebody save us from their clutches. They're not, bro. Fucking iPhone 16, bro. I don't even know if I have to do a context dump for Apple. Everyone knows Apple. They make iPhones. They make all the shit that starts with I. iPhones, iPads, iMacs, fucking TVs. There's Apple TV. They have a streaming service and it fucking sucks. And they bought the peanuts, so you have to pay for Apple TV if you want to watch the fucking peanut specials because they don't come on TV anymore because Apple fucking bought the peanuts. So if you want to watch the fucking great pumpkin special every Halloween, you can't because it's on Apple TV. If you want to watch the new fucking Snoopy show, you can't because it's on Apple TV. And now they're out here trying to sell you another fucking iPhone. I'm watching YouTube. I'm literally watching YouTube. And a fucking commercial comes up, talk about a tour of the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro. First the fuck of all, we don't need a tour of the fucking phone. The phone does the same shit the last one did. The iPhone 16 is gonna do the exact same shit my iPhone 13 does. They're just gonna reset your fucking storage, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, the camera's so much better." If you are, bro, the iPhone will say this so calmly. I'm trying to stay calm during this episode. Like I had to turn my mic volume down because I don't want to peak my mic. I peaked my mic all last episode, but you know what? Fuck it. Apple, I really need you to understand that the average nigga is not making movies. Like, please understand that. All this shit about, oh yeah, the camera's so good, you could put it on a tripod and use it like a movie camera, and it has all the same like AI editing effects that a camera does, so there's no shaky cam and da da da. My nigga, I am not making short films. I am not making. I have a podcast and I use a fucking PC and free software. I don't even use my phone for my podcast, and it has perfectly good audio quality, like for recording. But like, I can do the same shit with a microphone and my computer. Like, but now they over here trying to sell you the fucking iPhone, talking about you can make all these fucking action scenes. And this was last year. This was last year with the iPhone 15, talking about, oh yeah, you can shoot action scenes and all this shaky cam and all this stuff about like how the camera won't shake during scenes and it has all the excellent audio and good focus. My nigga, I don't work for Marvel Studios. I don't know who you think I am. I don't know who you think the average consumer is. I don't know who you think is buying these iPhones. But no, anyone who wants to make a movie isn't buying an iPhone to make a fucking movie. Like, I really need you to understand, who is this targeting? Like, the one auteur filmmaker in film school who can't afford a camera but is like, fuck it, I can convince my parents to get me the new iPhone and use that to turn in my film projects. No one wants the fucking film. Like, no one's making films. I don't know who they like. No one's filming the next Indiana Jones on their iPhone, and I'm tired of these fucking music videos that come out now. Because now every fucking music video is sponsored by Apple or something, I guess. Because every third video that comes out is fucking artist name, official music video, and then parentheses shot on iPhone. One, who gives a fuck? Two, I don't believe you. Like, no, you even if you did shoot this like high quality music video on an iPhone, it's not like you just shot this shit and then uploaded it. You put mad editing on that shit. You probably used a Mac to do it, but you still had to go into somebody's editing software and edit that footage the same way you would have to edit any other footage. So it's not like, oh yeah, the camera quality is so good. They edit the camera quality in post if it's shit. So who gives a fuck if you shot it on an iPhone? It don't look no different. And this don't make me say, damn, what is this? Once again, who is this for? The one rapper, those rappers who make fucking raps in their fucking kitchen, competing in the Hood Olympics. Oh yeah, I'll fuck your bitch on the counter. Oh, I got a whole money counter. Yeah, counter. Like the fucking hood, like come on. You want the hood niggas in Philly that's already struggling with SoundCloud rap to have another excuse to rap because yeah, bro, I got the new iPhone. I can film a music video on this joint. Stop giving bad people ideas. Stop encouraging bad shit to happen. Like, oh my god, bro. Now there's a fucking tour for the four new iPhones because this year there's four new iPhones. There's four fucking iPhones every year, and I could tell you exactly what they're going to be without even finishing this commercial. There's the base iPhone 16. There's the base iPhone 16, but slightly larger. There's the base iPhone 16 Pro, and there's the iPhone 16 Pro but slightly larger. Like that's the four phones. I'm pretty sure. Like if I had the ability to show my camera, I'd show you. Like that's what it is. There's no way you're gonna tell me that's not what it is. And my aunt works for fucking Apple, so I know the day this phone comes out, niggas are gonna be lined up in droves to get this fucking phone because y'all niggas are so fucking weird. Like, like the fact that like they can't keep getting away with this every year. It's I don't need a new iPhone. That shit corny. But every year, it's a bunch of fucking pre-orders. The line's all the way out the door. Niggas camp out for iPhones like niggas used to camp out for Call of Duty drops. And I don't understand it. I didn't understand it for Call of Duty, and I don't understand it for iPhones. If the shit comes out every year, and it's the same every year, and y'all complain about how it don't change every year, then how the fuck do they keep selling a bunch of them every single year? You know what I be telling niggas, bro? Make it make sense, because it don't. Anywho, now that I'm recording, because fucking Apple got me pissed enough to record, some lady on TikTok talking about where are the good movies. I haven't seen any good movies this year. Now, man, I hate to be the one that have to say it, but you're just not locked in. I'm so sorry. Like you're not like just like you can openly admit, hey, I'm not tapped in. Because there's no way you got on fuck Beyonce, not fuck Beyonce's internet, but like there's no way you got on K Rock's internet talk about there's no good movies that came out this year. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Preview of a December episode. I'm doing my ranking every movie I saw this year again because I saw a shit ton of movies. I plan on seeing more movies. We're definitely reviewing every single movie I saw, and once again, I don't see movies that don't look like fun and like I don't think there's any negatives on my list this year. There's one like 50-50, but like that's only because this movie was for smart people and I'm a dumb nigga. It was Challengers. I didn't really like I'm not going to say I didn't get it, but I thought we were going one direction and then we didn't go that direction. We kind of like we didn't swerve, but we definitely like pivoted. And it just took me and the way the movie ended just kind of just didn't leave the greatest taste in my mouth personally. But honestly, like I'll do the movie episode, but I might just have to dedicate like half an episode to Challengers alone because like I have to really get my thoughts together on why the movie didn't work for me and why it may work for other people. But point is, I paid for a ticket. I saw it in theater, so it's getting thrown in the review pile. I am warning people now. I did not see Civil War in theaters. I know it's on HBO Max now. I do plan on watching it, but it's not getting reviewed because I only review stuff that I saw in movie theaters. Okay, now back to the original point. Man, if you ain't seen no good movies this year, that's a skill issue. Cause what? You're not locked in, bro. You ain't see Furiosa? That's like top tier action movie right there. You didn't see Furiosa. You didn't see The Fall Guy. You didn't see Furiosa. You didn't see The Fall Guy. You didn't see Trap. Transformers 1 comes out in a couple weeks. Are you gonna go see that? That's getting really good reviews already. Fucking I don't know. This is why I keep a list on me. But like that's four movies right there. Like well, three because the fourth one didn't come out, but that's three movies you just didn't bother to see. skill issue. Like, come on now. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Nobody else had this problem. Oh, Godzilla minus one. I heard that was good. I didn't end up seeing it because my theater didn't play it, but that was really good. And the Spy Family movie came out. I don't know if you're into anime. I don't know why I'm saying this like I'm talking to her directly, but if you're into anime, the Spy Family movie dropped. Shit was fire. Um. So yeah. Now it's a September 15th. Everyone's talking about the debate, bro. That presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump had to be one of the most hilarious things I've ever seen. Top tier comedy. Like oh man, I just I don't know. I don't get how you could like Donald Trump is a funny man. Donald Trump is a salesman and he talks like that's what he talks like. He's a salesman at the end of the day. He talks like he's trying to sell you something. He's always trying to sell you something. And right now he's running for president using salesman tactics and he doesn't have shit to sell you, bro. Shit is a fugazi, a fugazi. It's not there. Donald Trump, I'm not even gonna lie. Donald Trump winning the 2016 presidential election might have made him one of the best con men in history. Like straight Ponzi scheme level con man because he finessed and he finessed hard. He finessed hard, and he got just enough people to make that profit, and that profit was presidency. Then he lost the presidency. It basically, this is like someone doing a Ponzi scheme, getting the money. No. This is like someone running a Ponzi scheme, getting you to put a getting you to put down a down payment, walking off with the money he was that was all the money he was ever gonna get. He was never gonna get away with the full price he charged you. He was like, hey, yo, $50 down payment and 100 on delivery, knowing damn well there was no delivery. And then tries to sue after the delivery doesn't get paid, and people say, no, give me my deposit back. That is what Donald Trump is doing right now. And right now he's definitely trying to pull the same con on the same group of niggas. Like like that's what's happening with this presidency right now. And it's so funny because it's like he doesn't have shit to sell. Everyone that's supporting him knows, like not everyone's supporting him, but people like I feel like what people aren't. I don't know how to explain this, so I'm gonna just like say it. I feel like people aren't really taking into account when people are like, "Oh, why don't people like Trump and why are people so into Kamala and da da da." People aren't taking into account the young voter base, and like as someone who's like prime young voter base, I'm gonna explain to you exactly why like Donald Trump is a joke to me, bro. Because I'm 25. This is only the second presidential election that I've been old enough to vote in. I was 17 when Donald Trump first became president, and even at like 16 to 17 when he was running, I looked at this man and said, "This is a joke, right?" Like it was always this got to be a joke. This can't be real, and it became real, and it was like okay, but like when you're young, you don't really have any like responsibilities in life, and a lot of the world of politics isn't really affecting you in like viable ways that you see. You kind of just go like, oh, okay, Trump's president, whatever. But when every adult around you is like, "This is the end of America," you're kind of pick up on that, like, especially when all these same adults were like, "Yay, Obama," and now it's like fear of Donald Trump. It's like fucking about to happen. And I feel like a lot of the young people, once again, the young people my age, who started learning about politics and becoming aware of politics under Trump's presidency, their real first like, "Oh, Donald Trump did us dirty" moment was COVID. So many people who are voting for the first time right now had their adolescence ripped away from them because of COVID. And that's going to lead to a lot of hate and resentment to Donald Trump that I don't think he's ready to account for. I don't think Donald Trump knows how to account for that. I don't think Donald Trump knows how to like try to swing those votes. Because what do you say if you're Donald Trump? What do you say to the 18-year-old who blames you for not being able to walk during her graduate? The girl who's like currently 18, voting now, who just graduated high school. Well, not just, but like, okay, let's say like the girl who's currently like 21, who graduated high school during the pandemic, couldn't walk, couldn't go to prom, had everything about her, had pretty much her entire life blown up, and their first like political like thought is Donald Trump caused this pandemic. He took my childhood away. He took the last bits of my childhood away, and I had to become an adult during the worst portion, during one of the worst times in American history. We all know that the young voter base accounts for so much. They're worth more and more all the time because they're, I don't want to say it like this, but they're the ones that are easiest to like influence because they don't really have a leaning one way or another. Like you may be grow up in a family who's like very political and like tells you how to vote at a young age and teaches you about Democrats and Republicans and whatever. But if you're like most people who just kind of grow up in America and just like, oh yeah, I vote for who my parents vote for, I know who my parents like, and now this is your first time ever trying to make an informed decision, what information can you give to counteract? Yeah, I fucked up the pandemic and forced you to not be able to graduate properly. And there are millions of people who are like my age and slightly younger feeling that. Think about the people who are my age. I'm 25. Think about the people who are 25, went to college, and then because of COVID, they couldn't like finish their degree out. Their parents got laid off or they lost their job. Or it's people whose like family died. Like I feel like everything like with COVID is just like you were never really gonna have that young vote. And like he was kind of doing well talking about like Joe Biden and the economy, but like when Kamala Harris gets on stage and it's like, yeah, bro, huge tax credit for small business, huge tax credit for first time buyers. We're going to tax the rich, which is like every young nigga wants to tax the rich. I'm so sorry. Like I'm a young nigga. I'm friends with young niggas. I go to college with a bunch of young niggas. Tax the rich is pretty much like the key policy that all of them want. All of us want. Kamala Harris says, "Yeah, bro, a bunch of taxes on those making over 400K a year and lower the taxes of the middle class." Gen Z ate that shit up. Gen Z only eat that shit up. Fuck, if Gen Alpha was old enough to vote, they'd eat that shit up. That's like, because it's like, boom, easy. So when you got that mixed with like this innate like disdain and hatred for Donald Trump because he's Donald Trump and because of the COVID situation, like, yeah, shit's not looking great. And the fact that like the fact that so many people are like, yeah, bro, don't trust the polls because millennials and Gen Zs don't participate in polls. You keep it all stack with you, bro. He right. Cause like, you know how many texts I have in my phone right now? Are you voting for Kamala Harris? Yes or no? Are you voting for Donald Trump? Yes or no? We need to know which side you're on. Like, so many like texts and calls coming. We're calling about the poll for C. Da, 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 da. Nigga, I haven't answered a single one. I know who I'm voting for. I've been knew who I was voting for. You could probably tell who I'm voting for. But like I know who I'm voting for. I've been knew who I was voting for. It was always like, oh, I'm not an undecided voter. But like I don't answer unknown numbers. The fuck? Like if the polls ain't coming to my job on some, hey, can you fill this out for us on the quick? It's official, which it never is. Like, yeah, I ain't filling shit out, bro. Like, leave me alone. If you are not a saved contact in my phone, you better leave a message saying we're calling back about that application to schedule an interview. That's the way you're getting in contact with me. So yeah, not great for Donald Trump. And then that I'm sorry, I started talking about the debate, but the debate was just one of the funniest things I've ever. They're eating the dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio. Is now like people have to defend that. Like people who like still support Trump after this debate, because there's going to be people who still support Trump. I really don't get it. I don't get how you could look at a debate that one sided and like be like, oh yeah, well he's speaking from the heart and he's speaking the truth. But like to sit there and to stand on that podium and say that like they're eating the cats and dogs is like just dig your own grave, bro. Dig your own grave because clearly you're just unhinged. And you know what else? I don't know who agreed to a no crowd debate, but that was probably one of the best things for Kamala Harris because Trump's whole thing is he feeds off crowd interaction. Let's not forget this man's in the WWE Hall of Fame. This man is a TV personality. He's a salesman. Trump could probably look at a crowd of people, gauge their reaction, and then just like weave through that. He could, and like, there's not to say the debate would have went any way with or without a crowd, but I definitely feel like that element of there being no crowd, just the moderators, and the moderators just being these deadpan, give no fucks. I don't care. Like not like I don't care, but I'm just gonna be equally as viable in whatever you have to say. It definitely took away from the shine that he probably would have had if there was a crowd there like cheering on his answers. He could like rally them up, you know, create sort of a mob mentality for the people watching, like, oh, these people are really into him. You know, it isn't always going to work for everybody, but like, let's be for real. It worked for him in 2016, and it kind of worked in 2020 when you can lead an insurrection off tweets in a couple speeches. Clearly, you have great crowd control. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. I don't know why I just said that. I just wanted to say that. It felt like it fit the moment. That nigga's not Spider Man. That nigga's like he's like Lex Luthor for real. Anyway, the debate was funny. I can't even sit here and just be tell you they're eating the cats and dogs. She wasn't black 3 years ago. She has no policy. She switches sides. I was gonna send her a MAGA hat. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny, bro. She has no policies. I'm gonna send her a MAGA hat when she decides to jump. Is that's crazy word. If like I said, if there was a crowd there, they probably would eat that shit up. And Kamala, hi, um, Kamala looks like the type of person that would make you some bomb ass mac and cheese. She looks like a cool ass grandma. And then she picked a VP who's like the funniest grandpa in it. Like, I don't think any other VP in the history of America would just go, these Republicans, they're weird guys. Like, they're weird. They confuse me. I don't really understand them. Like, it's so real in that, like, yes, they are weird and I don't understand them. And this old man who actually, like, is the one that I trust with my decisions is saying, like, yeah, they're weird. These are some weird people. And I don't know why calling them weird has, like, gotten under their skin so bad, but, like, they are weird. Like, have you met a Republican, bro? I went to a primarily white institution. I can tell you, I met a couple of them. They are weird. Not even just politically, but like, they're just odd individuals. Like, a lot of people who I've met who are Republicans, specifically, like, the people I met when I went to Cabrini, because, like I said, primarily white institution, it's a Catholic university. Like, you're going to get a lot of those, like, suburban Republicans. Yeah, they're weird. They're weird and, like, they're weird and oddly dumb. Like they're weird and underinformed about everything. Like they don't understand stuff. Like this one girl, she was like I don't remember. I remember she was a Trump supporter because she got to an argument with some other girls about like Trump being better than Hillary. Was it Hillary? Or yeah, because Trump was president. Trump being better than like other Democratic nominees. Because this is around the time like they were campaigning for re-election, and I think people were talking about like Bernie Sanders and shit. But a lot of people who were on the liberal side wanted Bernie Sanders to end up being the nominee instead of Joe Biden. So you know, but I just remember like not even politically, but just like she did weird shit. Like like she knew this girl had a crush on him. No, not girl. She knew this guy had a crush on him, and she specifically was like, "No, I don't like you." And he kind of chalked it up. He was like, "Oh, you know what? It's an L. It's whatever." But then, like, when he went on, like, he started talking to this other girl, she got like mad, and it wasn't like the type of mad where it's like petty mad. Cause you like you know how shit like that goes. It's not the type of mad where it's petty mad where it's like, oh, like, I had his attention, now I don't, so I'm slightly jealous. Like, she's not awkwardly, she's outwardly saying like, well, how is he just gonna go out with someone else if he supposedly likes me? What? You told him no, and I told her, I'm like, was he supposed to just sit around and be sad about it until you decided yes? She said yes. And I'm like, were you ever gonna say yes? And she's like, no, but I don't want to see him with somebody else. I'm like, what? That's weird. And like, you didn't hear weird shit like that. Like, because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the people who were at that university who were white were Republican, but you did not hear that shit from the black kids. Like, this is why, you meet the black people and they're like, this feels like racy now. I'm not gonna keep talking about this. I'm just saying Republicans say weird shit. Like, they're calling him, like, they're on the internet calling Tim Walz tampons him because he's like, yeah, free menstrual products in school. And people are mad about that. Like, the fuck are you mad? Like, women have periods. They need some shit. If you're going through puberty, you have a period. Why not just say, hey, bro, there would be some shit in school? We get free lunches in school. Like, what the fuck? Niggas get hungry. You get a free lunch. You have a period. You get a free fucking tampon. I don't see how that's like a bad thing. But then they're like, tampons. Him over here. He wants to give everyone tampons. What is the joke? Where's the joke? like, like what? like what? I don't get it. Like, imagine if I was like, yeah, bro, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna go to Center City and I'm gonna just give out pizza to the homeless. Stay hungry. All the homeless get a couple slices of pizza. Here's your lunch for the day. I'm just looking out for the day. And niggas came up and was like, feed homeless. It's a hero Ron feeding the homeless. This nigga lunch lady Ron. What the fuck is your problem? Yo, who keeps calling me? Oh. And like, bro, like that's just what I like. That's just what I've never understood about like the weirdness of the right, because they will look at you do something genuinely good for the public and be like, look at this dude, look at this dude. Like Republicans give Republicans give it's given, give me your lunch money, dork. That's what Republicans give, bro. So yeah, Kamala Harris sounds like an educated grandma who's been through the ringer and can go toe to toe with niggas because she's a prosecutor. And we got Tim Walz, who seems like everyone's fun loving grandpa. Tim Walz seemed like the type of grandpa that like he definitely the type to have like the barbecue in the lawn and like the pool in the backyard, and his spot is like the neighborhood spot during the summer if a kid needs to go cool off in the pool. Like, those are the two people running for presidency and vice presidency against Donald Trump. And I don't know what to say about Donald J. Trump that hasn't already been said, because this man looks like a hot Cheeto in a suit. But the debate definitely like had to have sealed the fate. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Trump right now, I'm calling for a rematch. Like, Like, if Trump has to do serious damage control after getting on TV and saying they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets. Like, what? So, anyway, that's just how that went. Those are my thoughts on the debate. Um. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to an episode of Crack the Microphone. Leave a like if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe to hear all new episodes and leave a comment. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.